Hey, it's Crystal. I wanted to start out the video by showing you the sizing and some ideas and some just some information that I wanted to share. What you want is this video is for part one of the notebook, the scratch pad, the notepad, and I wanted to show you what all you needed and a couple of things I wanted to share with you. Regular paper, you can use printer paper, you can use scratch paper, stuff that you were going to throw away, the areas that are completely white. You can use just junk mail. You can use the white areas from letters of junk mail that did not get used, or you can even use the back of junk mail if you wanted just a scratch pad next to the phone or whatever. But I have just solid white sheet of paper. Mine measures 4 by 4 1/4. You can use it any size. You can do it square, you can do it rectangle, you can do it long. That way you have an area to jot down for like grocery store or to-do list or anything like that. And this here is not chipboard. You can use chipboard. Mine is a thick piece of cardboard that came out of some paper that I had gotten just to recycle it. You want to just literally the same size as your notepad. You want a piece of backing for that. You can use the backing from old notebooks, old legal pads. You can do priority boxes that you received in the mail. You can take those and cover them in cardstock and use that as your backing. It's up to you what you want to use, but that's what you need. You need paper, the backing for it. You need binder clips. You need your tacky glue and whatever inks that you're going, if you're going to ink it, whatever inks that you're going to use for the notepad. If you're going to stamp it, whatever stamp colors you need for the notepad. I will show you some variations on the coloring in part 2. And the actual coloring of it is also in part 2. But there was a couple things that I wanted to share with you. And like I said, you can use any size, any paper. It's up to you on what you want to use, how big, the size. You can also take the edge, the corners. You can round the corners of the paper and leave the top square. You can round the corners of the paper. If you have a corner punch that rounds it or puts a decorative tip on the corner, you can use that and then stack your paper, because it being a corner paper, it'll cut it in the same spot each time because you're guided by the tip and the corner and the size of the paper. So once you put it in, it would do it at the same spot each time. So once you stacked it, it wouldn't look like, all of them was done wrong and all of them was done on a different area. But it's your decision on how you want to do it, how you want to go about making your pad, what you want on the notepad, whether it be stamped, inked, colored. It's up to you. It's your decision. But the next video will be the actual coloring of the notepad and some variations on how to change up the color, how to do it a little bit differently. And it's just an idea. One idea that I didn't do on the samples, which I'll do here while I have you on here. All I did was the size of the paper that I used, regular masking tape, dollar store. All I'm doing is taping off the edges of the paper. And you want to be careful because masking tape can take up the paper fibers and rip your paper. But all I'm doing, it's a masking version of this. All I'm doing is taking trying to hurry, so I got 1 minute to do this in. Take your paper down, take your ink pad, color it in, and then once you pull up your tape, you will get a different version. See, that one ripped just a little, but I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. That way you have an idea. Take your time taking it off because of it ripping, because of you using it on the notepad, but it gives you a different idea on how to do the notepad. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop here, and then I'm going to come back and show you how to actually color in